Hi folks, and welcome to our first program for November, sort of into roughly the high season for 24-25, and the tourists will just sort of start rolling in for the peak season. Now, acknowledging that there's been a catastrophe with these dreadful floods in Spain, we're just going to check on what happened with the super typhoon Kong-rey, which passed through Taiwan yesterday. And this from dimsumdaily.hk, love the website name. China activates level 4 emergency response as Typhoon Kong-rey approaches Shanghai. So the super typhoon moving through Taiwan yesterday doesn't seem to be many reports about a lot of damage, but it is on its way across the Taiwan Strait to China. So just the middle paragraph there, Kong-rey is expected to bring torrential downpours to Shanghai from today and through to Friday night. The typhoon, which has already traversed Taiwan and entered the Taiwan Strait, is anticipated to shift towards the northeasterly direction off the coast of Zhejiang province tomorrow night. Moving back to Thailand, and it was Halloween here yesterday. Wouldn't have known it around this part of the world, but this. Calcit English reporting student activists stage a Halloween demonstration opposing, I suppose it should be cigarettes, vapors, marijuana, alcohol and online gambling in front of the government house on Thursday. Well, so much for those rebellious youth, but certainly using the opportunity to get dressed up. And some good news for people heading to Thailand for New Year's Eve this year. Thai PBS World reporting Blackpink's Lisa to perform at New Year Countdown event in Bangkok. And it has been confirmed after a whole lot of rumours last week that a Thai K-pop artist, Lisa Manoban of Blackpink, will perform at the New Year Countdown event at IconSiam in Bangkok. I just have to remind you that IconSiam, the shopping centre's got nothing to do with the Icon Group. So they've got the New Year Countdown celebrations there between December the 29th and the 31st. And this event will be Lisa's first performance in Thailand as a solo artist, following her appearance at the MTV Video Music Awards and most recently at the Victoria's Secret Fashion Show. So Lisa, hugely popular here in Thailand, and with her K-pop fame with Blackpink, really a huge international name. It will attract a lot of international tourists. Exactly where she's going to be performing, precisely the time, we're not sure yet. But let's move from that bit of good news to a little bit more information about this proposed 99-year lease program for land in Thailand. And we go to thepattianews.com, proposed extended 99-year lease policy in Thailand to attract foreign investment and improve access to central housing. So currently foreigners who want to get some sort of use of land in Thailand can lease land legally up to 30 years. Anything beyond that is, well, sort of up to the respective parties to negotiate. But the government thought, well, they might extend that to a 99-year lease to maybe give foreigners a little bit more surety over their use of land. This all happened at the CEO Econ Mass Awards 2024. It says that yesterday the Deputy Prime Minister and the Finance Minister unveiled a proposed policy to enhance foreign investment by allowing 99-year land leases. Oh, this idea was first floated probably 6 months ago and has been discussed a few times since, although nothing concrete has emerged, so it didn't suddenly just emerge yesterday. It says the government's preparing to increase lease terms from 30 to 99 years under usufructuary rights laws, and this change would enable foreign investors to use, trade or secure loans against land rights, and upon the lease expiration, assets would revert to the state for redistribution, with particular focus on aiding low-income families. So a few advantages of all this, not just for foreigners. And unused state lands managed by the Treasury Department and the State Railway of Thailand will also be opened for long-term leases, especially in central urban areas. And low-income citizens would gain affordable access to city housing under 99-year leases priced 30% below market rates. So with the finance minister making this public decision, I actually have to say that I don't think he's going to get through the full 99 years of the lease. But anyway, it looks like the government is behind this 99-year land leases in Thailand, and seems to be something that's becoming more concrete. It's our Friday program. Start of a new month means that tomorrow is our live program between 9 and 10 a.m. You're all invited to join in. Usually the topics just sort of emerge sometime between now and then. And also, of course, the topics that you want to bring up. Any questions you'd like to ask, any comments you'd like to make about stories during the week. That's tomorrow morning from 9 a.m. Thai time. And just when you thought we'll never have to talk about that Swiss man and those concrete steps in Phuket ever again, the story just keeps on going. Thai PBS World reporting appeal launched as Swiss man acquitted in Thai doctor assault case. And a legal veteran has launched an appeal in the Phuket Appeals Court on behalf of a female Thai doctor following a provincial court's acquittal of a Swiss man charged with assaulting her. Just in case you were living under a rock at the time, the alleged assault occurred on February the 24th when Dr. Tan Dao Chandam, 27, was allegedly kicked in the back and verbally abused by a 45-year-old Swiss national, Urs David Fair, while she was sitting on steps in front of his villa on Yamu Beach in Talang district. It was a rented property. The video that he actually shot was a little bit inconclusive, but the Thai court did throw the case out. But looks like there's an appeal. And the article says on September 3, the Phuket Provincial Court dismissed the charges against Fair for lack of evidence. And we go to thephuketnews.com, their story, Phuket doctor to appeal Swiss case. This apparently the basis of his appeal. The lawyer said the doctor and her colleague wouldn't have informed the security guard immediately if she hadn't been attacked. And he was expressing hope that it will prompt the Supreme Court to look into the case again. And my general understanding about appeals is that you've got to present some sort of new evidence or some new perspective that wasn't looked at in the original case. Just from what we've been presented in these stories, I'm not really sure whether that's happened. We'll certainly keep you up to date if something does happen. Now let's talk about e-commerce. I would be really interested to hear about your use and interaction with e-commerce. I've taken it up, vigorously, such that I get a delivery probably at least once a day, sometimes more. Just about everything behind me was bought through e-commerce, fake plants and all this technology. The microphone I bought on Lazada, furniture, the paint, some of the refrigerator, a microwave oven, just so many things, and just about everything for the beach houses that we've been working on over the past year. So I've really relied on it. I even get fresh bread delivered from Bangkok. I needed some pesto sauce. I bought that on Lazada. I mean, there's really nothing that you can't buy. Even if you just want a quick snack, you can put an order through to your local 7-Eleven and they'll deliver it within 5 to 10 minutes. I mean, e-commerce has really reshaped the way a lot of people do live their lives. Let's go to this story. Nation Thailand reporting Thailand's e-commerce market sees 14% growth in revenue in 2024. And this is according to the CEO and co-founder of, I don't really know how to say that, PriceZar.com. And the numbers have established Thailand as the second largest e-commerce market in the ASEAN region, trailing only Indonesia. And the impressive growth is largely driven by Thai consumers' increasing affinity for online shopping, coupled with brands' focus on leveraging e-commerce platforms. And the CEO noted that promotional incentives are particularly effective, with 54% of consumers citing coupons and discounts, nearly 52% valuing free shipping, and 40% favouring cash on delivery as significant factors influencing their purchasing decisions. The most popular shopping channels are Shopee, Lazada and TikTok. And in addition to platform preferences, the influence of social media personalities is shaping consumer purchasing behaviour, especially with beauty and fashion categories, with notable celebrities, I have no idea who any of those are, leading recommendations. Then the article also goes on to talk about the rise of Temu. So Temu, sort of a Chinese factory direct-to-consumer type of platform, has all sorts of quite cheap items, usually delivered for free and usually within 3 to 5 days. I've been using it without any problems. So the rise of online shopping. Tell us about your experiences. I'm sure there's a few horror stories, but I've really only had positive experiences, and it's just become a part of my daily life. So just quickly to that last story, I mean, what's going to happen to retail shopping? So many people buying things directly online, being able to go through all the variations, all the stores around, in my case, Thailand, shopping for the best price. I don't need to go to a retail store anymore. So what's going to happen with retail stores? What's going to happen with shop fronts? How are they going to adapt? Because this rise of online shopping, I'm sure, is making a profound effect on the retail industry. And just very quickly, I would like to thank 5-Star Marine. See you guys tomorrow, 2 o'clock. I'll be out there on a boat going to the bioluminescence. A story about that obviously next week. And also Beach House Thailand, you can go to those websites below. The website, by the way, for Beach House Thailand is really just a very quick portal which lets you link through straight to the Airbnb bookings. Okay, to a quick story. I'm not going to go through it now, but bring it to your attention. And it's a story published in PattayaMail.com. Thailand's medical insurance rules for foreigners are a muddle. Now, the story by Barry Kenyon is quite long and convoluted. Starts with an example of a British man who didn't have health insurance when he came for a holiday, and he had problems, and then goes through some of the requirements for some visas in Thailand to require health insurance and medical insurance, and others not, and the fact that a lot of foreigners are confused. So I'll put a link to that particular story in the description if you are confused about health insurance in Thailand. I would say that you either need health insurance, or you need travel insurance, or you need some sort of funds put to the side just to allow for, a situation that may occur. Not to have either of those three would be insanity. Okay, let's go to this, an announcement from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs referring to the situation in the Middle East at the moment. And the headline for this media release, Thailand's statement on the situation in the Middle East, and Thailand expresses its grave concern over the escalation of armed conflict in the Middle East, particularly in the Gaza Strip, Lebanon and other areas in the region, which have severely costed the lives, maybe that should be impacted the lives, and properties of innocent civilians on all sides. And this paragraph, Thailand also requests all sides to exert their maximum efforts to conclude the ceasefire deal and bring about the immediate and unconditional release of all remaining hostages, including Thai nationals. And the statement made by the Foreign Affairs Ministry, Thailand basically remaining neutral in that particular conflict. Thanks for joining us on TNT. Please subscribe. We'll see you tomorrow.